All right, you guys, so let us start for today. Now, let me just share very fast. Alrighty. Now, for today, guys, we're going to be watching session number 18. El día de hoy vamos a estar viendo la sesión 18. And in this session, we're going to be doing things a little bit different. Vamos a estar haciendo las cosas un poquito diferente. In the last classes, en las clases pasadas, han sido puras categorías de listas de vocabulario, estructuras, etc. For this class, we're going to use about a bit of everything. Vamos a utilizar un poquito de todo y nos vamos a enfocar en practical conversations. El día de hoy nos vamos a enfocar en conversaciones prácticas o el uso de las estructuras ya como una conversación real en un restaurante. Podemos también ahorita ver la posibilidad del cine, el zoológico, como la imagen lo establece, en una reunión. So we're going to be watching different types of practical conversations. We're going to see a little bit of the conversations como tal. Vamos a ver algunas conversaciones, algunas palabras clave, parts of, las partes de, cómo comenzar una conversación, qué tipo de preguntas utilizar. So we're going to use a mix of everything that we've seen so far. Vamos a utilizar un poco de todo lo que hemos visto hasta el momento. Now, here it's going to be practical conversations. And in this case, en este caso, we're going to focus on, nos vamos a estar enfocando en this. This is going to be part number 1. Now it says, dialogue 1 at the restaurant. Aquí vamos a utilizar un diálogo con 3 diferentes personas. Ferdinand, August, and the waiter. We have Ferdinand in the color black, August in the color orange, and we have the waiter in the color grayish, whitish. That's the color. Now, technically, we're 3 people right now in the conversation. So, are there any volunteers? ¿Algún voluntario que se quiera echar un round con la conversación? I'll help you out. Yo voy a ser uno de los 3. Por ejemplo, yo puedo ser el waiter, el mesero. But we need a person for Ferdinand and we need a person for August. ¿Quién? Who wants to be? ¿Quién sería Ferdinand y quién sería August? Perla, Reinaldo, Victor. ¿Voluntarios o leemos todo? Ustedes deciden. All right, let's do this. I'll help you out. Si quieren, vamos a leer toda la conversación para tener una idea de una conversación práctica. Y ahorita ya comenzamos a observar dudas y todo. Just let me make this a little bit bigger. There you go, just like that. All right, so it says, dialogue 1, at the restaurant, en el restaurante. Remember, it's Ferdinand, it's going to be August, and it's going to be waiter. Son esas 3 personas que están sentadas en la mesa o que están platicando. In this case, it says, Ferdinand, here we are. This is the nearest restaurant to our workplace. August le responde, I hope it will be the cheapest. This month, our wages are smaller than last month because sales have been small. Ferdinand le responde, you know the company's policy. If you like it, you take it. If you don't like it, you leave it. We have no other choice. August le responde, yes, work and smile at all times. Well, let's call the waiter. Waiter, el waiter viene y les comenta a los muchachos. Good morning, gentlemen. Here is the menu. Ferdinand says, what do you have for starters? El waiter le responde, cheese cream or onion soup. Ferdinand dice, cheese cream, please. August, for me, an onion soup. And as the main course, I want a dish of fried fish garnished with potatoes. I want roast chicken with potatoes and peas. And for dessert, what would you like? It is included in the menu. What do you recommend? The fruit salad is more delicious than the cake. Bring me the fruit salad. Fruit salad for me too. And a bottle of Coke, please. That's it. Okay, sir, immediately. All right, very good. Now, practically or basically in this conversation, pues es una conversación entre dos hombres y el waiter y el mesero, donde está pidiéndole la orden para ver pues, qué va a querer de comer, ¿verdad? In this conversation, do you have any doubts, alguna duda de alguna palabra de vocabulario, alguna palabra que ustedes digan, esta nunca la he escuchado, no sé qué significa, and we'll check them out y las podemos revisar. Any doubts, alguna duda, alguna palabra que ustedes quieren saber qué significa?
Tengo una duda en la palabra nearest.
Nearest, okay, right here, this word, nearest. Muy bien, la palabra near es una característica o es un adjetivo. Significa cerca, de cerquita, de distancia. Básicamente la conversación dice, aquí estamos, here we are. This, hablando como que del restaurante, this is the nearest restaurant to our workplace. Dice, aquí estamos, este es el restaurante nearest, el más cercano. Esta palabra nearest significa esto, el más cercano. Sí, aquí estamos. Este es el restaurante nearest, más cercano, de nuestro workplace, de nuestra como oficina o de donde nosotros trabajamos. So, nearest es como decir el más cercano.
Thank you.
You're welcome, miss. Another word, ¿alguna otra palabra que ustedes quieran saber? We have nearest. Nearest, el más cercano. For example, there's one that is very, very similar. Hay uno que es muy parecido, que está justo debajo de nearest. Cheapest. Si termina la palabra con EST, significa el más y luego la palabra o la característica. In this case, la palabra o la característica es cheap. What do you think in Spanish would be the idea of cheapest? ¿Cómo se puede interpretar o qué significaría o qué onda?
Más barato.
There we go, perfect, yes. Cheap es barato. Entonces, cheapest es el más barato. There we go, perfect, man, good, good. What about another idea? ¿Alguna otra palabra que ustedes quieran? For example, what about this one right here? Esta palabra de aquí. Wages. The word pronunciada, se dice wages. Así se pronuncia, wages. And in Spanish, en español, wages es el sueldo o es el salario. So we have nearest, el más cercano, cheapest, el más barato, wages es el sueldo o el dinero. All right. Another idea, ¿alguna otra palabra que ustedes quieran saber?
Teacher, what does mean garnishes? Garnished.
Garnished. Who says it, miss? Is it Ferdinand, August, or the waiter? Which person says it? This one, garnished.
Yes.
Okay, this word, garnished. Garnished. Imagine that in the restaurant, you have a plate. It's the plate of the food. It's el plato de la comida. You have the chicken. Tienen el pedacito de pollo. Garnished is this right here. Es esta área where you have, for example, the peas, tienen los chícharos, or on this side, you have the mashed potato. Garnished, basically it's una guarnición or un
Okay,
Acompañamiento.
but garnish and slides is the same thing, right?
Yeah, garnish and sides. Yes, yes, yes. The side,
Okay,
for
thank
example,
you.
you're welcome. Garnish can be the same as side dish. This and this are basically synonyms. It's the same thing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, miss. Alrighty. I'm going to ask y'all one more word. Les voy a preguntar una última palabra, and then we'll pass to the next part. Ya pasamos a la siguiente parte. The last word that I want to know from you guys, para ver si se la saben, is the word, where is it? This word right here. Dessert.
It's a food sweet.
Okay, it's a sweet food. It's a sweet food. Yes, that's one of the characteristics.
Like cakes and ice cream, for example.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yep. Basically, a dessert is the final meal. Es la última parte de la comida. Or in this case, el último aperitivo. Or in this case, the last food. La última comida que nosotros nos podemos, sorry for the word, pero comer o echar. Basically, we have la comida fuerte, hamburger, pizza, tacos, chicken, whatever. And the final part is something delicious, something sweet, como dijo Marlene, algo dulce. Could be ice cream, or it could be a piece of cake, a piece of pie. In Spanish, how do you translate this word? ¿Cómo se traduciría dessert?
Postre.
Yes, perfect, there we go. Postre, cool, miss. Good, good, good. Now, what is the difference? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre dessert con doble S and desert con una sola S? Dessert es postre. Desert con una sola S. What do you
It's
think?
place with the most yes.
What else? What else is in a desert? There's a lot of heat, hay mucho calor. What else?
A lot of sand.
Cierto.
There we go. A lot of sand. Yes, Miss Perfect. A lot of cacti or cactus. Basically, the desert is el desierto. That right there. Perfect. All right. Good, good, good. Now, all of these ideas are talking about the restaurant. All right. So we're going to see right now in the next part this. We're going to be deconstructing a conversation step by step, or destructuring a conversation step by step. Vamos a, en vez de estructurar, vamos a desestructurar para ver paso por paso qué va primero, quién va primero, si va primero la mesera o el mesero, y luego yo, y luego la mesera, qué me va a pedir, qué sigue, etc., etc. So we're going to see part number 1, part number 2, part number 3, part 4, etc. So now, in this case, we're going to use number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Basically, it's 5 little steps. Part number 1 is going to be a welcoming. It's going to be a welcoming message. A simple hello. All right. So part number 1 always is going to be a welcoming message, a hello. This part of a hello or the welcoming message is by the waiter. All right. Siempre lo va a decir el mesero. The waiter is always going to start the conversation. El mesero siempre va a comenzar la conversación. So it's going to be a hello, how are you? Ya con eso, there's a welcoming message. Now, that is part number 1. Part number 2, it's going to be the offering, or basically, it's going to be the stewarding. So we have the offering or we have the stewarding. Las dos cosas significan prácticamente lo mismo. What do you think in Spanish is offering or is stewarding? What can be those two things?
Ofrecer.
Yeah, basically it's ofrecer, offering. Stewarding is basically sacar la información. Eso es lo que significa stewarding, sacar información. So in this case, it's going to be again, otra vez, it's going to be the waiter, otra vez el mesero o la mesera. The waiter or the waitress are going to be part number 2. And basically the conversation is going to be, what would you like? It's like, hello, what would you like? Ya ahí están combinando part number 1 and part number 2. Ya es la primera parte y la segunda parte. The welcoming message, the hello, and part number 2, the offering or the stewarding. It's like, hello, what would you like? Hola, ¿qué gustarías? ¿O qué te gustaría? Or we could put a little bit extra. What would you like to order, for example? What would you like to order? ¿Qué te gustaría ordenar? So there we have part number 1 and part number 2. Now, once we have this, we're going to be using part number 3. Ya tenemos la primera parte, el hola, la segunda parte, el offering, ofrecer o stewarding, sacar la información al cliente. What would you like? ¿Qué te gustaría? Or option 2, what would you like to order? ¿Qué te gustaría ordenar? Now, ya que tenemos eso, nos pasamos a la tercera parte. Part number 3, la parte 3, is going to be this right here. It's going to be giving options. Or basically, it's going to be asking. This part, asking, is going to be from the client. Ahora, va a ser del parte del, let me change color very fast to a purple. This is going to be the client. Now, when we have the client, in this case, we're going to be using a little phrase. Hay una frase que utiliza el cliente para dar opciones o para pedir opciones. What would you like to order? We can use this question y podemos nosotros utilizar esta pregunta. What do you have? What do you, let me make this a little bit bigger. What do you, wait, just let me erase it para que se vea bien esta palabra. What do you, like this, what do you have? In Spanish, ¿qué significa what do you have? What do you have? Acuérdense, el cliente es el que hace esta pregunta. Está pidiendo opciones. Like, what would you like to order? ¿Qué te gustaría ordenar? Well, what do you have?
Como qué es lo que tienes, así como cuál es el menú.
Exactamente, perfecto. Ya con esa palabra de have, tener, se interpreta exactamente como el menú. So here, part number 4, ya la parte número 4 is going to be menu. It's going to be menu topics. Ya tenemos temas o ya tenemos como títulos del menú. In this case, en este caso, it's changed it back to, okay, it's in black. So this one is going to be the waiter. Otra vez va a ser el mesero. Basically, they're going to use, ellos van a utilizar this phrase. We have for, in this line, y esta línea is going to be for the types of food. Es para los tipos de comida. Now, there are different types of food. Hay diferentes tipos de comida. We have asterisks, asterisks, asterisks. The first one. Appetizers. What do you think is this one? Appetizers.
Como una entrada, un aperitivo.
Yes, perfect. There you go. So you can say, we have for appetizers, y ya van a comenzar a enlistar los tipos de aperitivos o los tipos de entrada. We have for appetizers, normalmente aquí en Allende, ¿qué tienen de appetizers?
Guacamole.
Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Like, well, we have for appetizers, guacamole and chips. Cool. We have for appetizers, charro beans. Frijoles a la charra. We have for appetizers, charro beans. We have for appetizers, guacamole and chips. We have for appetizers, nacho cheese or nacho and chips. So there are many different types of appetizers. So that would be the first category. Ya cuando da toda la lista de appetizers, we can pass, podemos pasar a la segunda categoría. In this case, it's going to be main course, the main course. What do you think, you guys, is the main course? ¿Qué les suena eso? Main course.
Menú principal.
Exactamente. Course es entrada. Main, principal. La entrada principal o la comida principal en este caso, lo pesado. What are the most delicious main courses of Allende? ¿Cuáles son las comidas más comunes o las más deliciosas de aquí de Allende? We have for main course. What do we have? ¿Qué se caracteriza Allende de main courses?
Bonles, tacos, hamburguesas.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. We have for a main course the.
Empalme.
There we go. That's another one. Yeah. We have for main courses the order of boneless. Cool. We have for a main course tacos. We have for a main course the burgers. We have for a main course the. In this case, how do you think? ¿Cómo creen ustedes que se diga? Empalme in English.
Igual no, porque es un nombre propio.
Yes and no. Sí se puede, por ejemplo, aquí nosotros lo conocemos como empalme. En Estados Unidos también se puede decir empalme, pero allá se maneja algo parecido, que es tortilla, comida y tortilla. Over there, allá ellos les llaman over, espacio, overtoppers. Los empalmes allá en Estados Unidos se les dicen overtoppers. Y antes de la palabra overtoppers es lo que tiene dentro. We have beef overtoppers, empalmes de carne. Or we have, for example, we have eggs and meat overtoppers. So it's going to be empalme de eggs and meat. ¿Qué le suena eggs and meat?
Huevos con carne.
Yeah.
Machacado.
Machacado. There you go. Good, good, good. So that's going to be the idea. So we have for a main course eggs and meat overtoppers. Or we have for a main course chicken. We have for a main course pizza. So there are many different types of main courses. Now, there's one more here in the last asterisks. In this one, it's going to be, we already saw it, ya lo vimos. It's going to be a dessert. What do you girls think is a dessert? Like we have for dessert, what is that?
Un pie, helado.
There we go. We have for dessert pie. We have for dessert cake. We have for dessert brownies. We have for dessert, what else can it be? Gummy bears. We have for dessert. What is something not so common? ¿Cuál sería un postre no tan común?
Las obleas o cosas así de aquí.
There we go, yeah. The most common in the region. Goodness. Perfect, perfect. Now, these are foods. Al fin de cuentas, estas terminan siendo, let me write down the name. These wind up being, estas terminan siendo food categories, categorías de comida. That's perfect. But we have to drink, hay que pasarla. We have to pass the food. And to pass the food, we have to use the drinks area or the drinks section. Now, in this case, there's one, there's two, and there's a third category. So basically, it's also three categories. Acá también son tres categorías. Let me do asterisk number one, asterisk number two, and number three. The first one, it's going to be drinks. We have for drinks, what do you think is drinks? ¿A qué le suena esa palabra? Drinks.
Bebidas.
Yes. Now, it's like different categories. Como hay diferentes tipos de categorías, this type of drinks, esta categoría de aquí, is no alcohol. This one is no alcohol. All right. Estas son las que no llevan alcohol. So drinks, bebidas, son las normales. It could be water, milk, orange juice. It could be, ¿qué más se les antoja? Coffee, tea. These are drinks. Estas son bebidas preparadas. Right? So we have normal drinks, like lemonade or orange juice, cranberry juice, blueberry juice, strawberry juice, whatever, drinks. The second category of drinks, or the liquid, is going to be the beverages. Beverages. So this pronunciation is like this. Beverages. Beverages. Beverage. Inclusive suena como si fuera una E. Entonces, beverage. Puras E. Beverages. There you go. That's more like it. Se escribe bebé, la segunda B con V. Beberajes. And the pronunciation is beverages. Now, si drinks significan que no son alcohólicas, beverages are. Estas sí son alcohólicas. So this one is going to be with, wait, it's going to be with alcohol. So the beverages are going to be with alcohol. Estas bebidas van a ser con alcohol, o van a ser las alcohólicas. All right, here, Victor, in the chat, bro, this type, this kind, it's basically the same thing, bro. The differences are, it's going to be just to not be repetitive. Para no ser repetitivo, this type, this kind is the same. It's basically the same. It's not defined, no está definido as in this type se utiliza para este tipo de sujetos o este tipo de objetos como tal, or this kind tampoco no es para algo en específico. Yo lo utilizo mucho en la misma instancia para no ser repetitivo. This type, this kind. This type, this kind. But it's the same, bro. Tiene el mismo significado. Already, now, we have drinks, no alcohol, beverages with alcohol, and the last category y la última categoría are going to be, son dos palabras. Wait, it's going to be fountain drinks. Are going to be fountain drinks right here. This one right here, we have drinks, beverages, fountain drinks. ¿Qué creen ustedes que signifique fountain drinks? ¿Le han escuchado antes? Do you know what it is? Fountain drinks. For example, Perla, Marlene, Victor, Daniela, ¿ustedes saben lo que significan esas palabras? For example, la última, fountain drinks.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is missing?
fountain drinks is like soda machine.
There we go. Yes, perfect. That's the idea. Fountain drinks are basically any type of soda. Any type. Cualquier tipo de coca o de soda. Sprite, it could be Dr. Pepper, it could be Manzanita Sol, Coca-Cola Light, Coca-Cola Zero, normal Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whatever. El sabor que quieran se maneja como fountain drinks. Fountain es como dijo Marlene, of the machine. It's the one that you pour yourself with. Es el que ustedes se sirven solos. Or in this case, like the refill machine, como la máquina de refill. Entonces tenemos esas tres categorías. Remember, drinks son this one, this one, this one, or that one. All right. Drinks es bebidas que no son soda. Cualquier otra. Agua, water, juice, coffee, tea, etc. Beverages right here, bebidas. These are, for example, beer. It's going to be adulterated drinks, bebidas adulteradas. So it's beer, adulterated drinks. It's going to be tequila, whiskey, whatever you want. Lo que ustedes quieran. Now, the last one, or the last idea that we're going to be using, ahora sí la última idea que vamos a estar utilizando es, we're going to be switching it up. Vamos a estar viendo how to use each of the categories. Cómo utilizar cada una de las categorías in number 5 and number 6. Vamos a utilizar 5 y número 6. All right. Now, we already saw, ya vimos las categorías. We have the categories. So it's going to be menu topics. We have for appetizers, y dicen las entradas que tengan, no en este caso, los aperitivos. We have for main course, tales comidas. We have for desserts, para postres, tenemos tales comidas. We have for drinks, tenemos tales bebidas. We have for beverages, tenemos tales bebidas alcohólicas. We have for fountain drinks, tales bebidas de máquina o de soda. So when the client hears that, ya que el cliente escuchó, now the client is gonna order a step like this. So the client is gonna order a step. El cliente va a ordenar paso por paso, ¿verdad? Como lo hacemos aquí en español. So this one is gonna be the client. What's gonna happen? ¿Qué va a pasar? We're gonna be using, vamos a utilizar estos 5 puntitos para poder utilizar una conversación. Vamos a dar la bienvenida, hello, offering, or the stewarding, para sacar información, what would you like, ¿qué te gustaría? Asking the client, el cliente va a preguntar, or the client is going to ask, el cliente va a preguntar, what do you have, ¿qué tienes? Menu topics, el waiter, en este caso el mesero, le va a ofrecer o le va a entregar la lista de la comida. Y ahora sí el cliente va a order a step, order a step, order a step. Number 6 is going to be steward a step. También ahora, the next one is going to be, this color black, is going to be the waiter. El cliente va a decirnos, I want for appetizers nacho cheese or guacamole. Stewarding, aquí ya en el paso número 6, en the steward process, en esta parte o en este proceso del número 6, here, aquí va a decir el waiter, es donde el waiter ya le empieza a sacar más información al cliente. So basically it's going to be those 6 steps. Van a ser esos 6 pasos. Now, I want you guys to look at this small menu. Quiero que ustedes vean este menú. we have Allende Bilingüe's Halloween dinner menu. Este es el menú de la cena para Halloween, para la fiesta de Halloween. So we're going to be having appetizers, we're going to be having the main course, we're going to be having a dessert, and also we're going to be having drinks, la lista de las bebidas. So for example, in this case, I'm going to add, les voy a agregar right here. Let me just paint it very fast. Color white. And this one's going to be white. All right. Now, what would you like for appetizers? ¿Qué les gustaría para appetizers? We have guacamole. Todos los nombres tienen nombres de Halloween, tienen nombres raros. So we have guacamole and chips, vampire blood soup, devilish eggs. For appetizers, what would be a delicious appetizer to select? ¿Cuáles elegirían ustedes? Guacamole and chips, vampire blood, la sangre de vampiro, or the devilish eggs?
I want guacamole and chips.
Okay, guacamole and chips. There you go. Guacamole and chips. There you go. Perfect. Cool. What about for the main course? Radioactive pizza, unbloody steak, or crunchy zombie chicken?
Crunchy zombie chicken.
Okay. Crunchy zombie chicken. Already. What about for the dessert? ¿Qué tal para el postre? What would you choose for the dessert? Spooky smile cookies, sinful candies, or poison candy apples?
Poison candy apples.
Poison candy apples.
¿Cómo se pronuncia poison?
Es como si fuera una E. Poison.
Poison. Thank you.
Okay, miss. And the last part, the drinks. What would you like? A tropical punch in the nose, charcoal Coke, or nasty tap water?
Tropical punch in the nose.
Punch in the nose. There you go. Tropical punch in the nose. All right, there we go. Perfect. What are we going to do with this? ¿Qué vamos a hacer con esto? The time is about to run out. Ya prácticamente se va a acabar el tiempo de la sesión. Let's do this. Vamos a hacer esto. Ahorita que se termine el tiempo, we're going to finish the class. Terminamos la clase. Ahorita les escribo un documento de Word con la conversación completa y les voy a dejar algunas palabras sin llenar. Ustedes van a contestar esas palabras. All right. Ya cualquier duda me la hacen llegar por mensaje privado. Como quiera, les mando la presentación, les mando la clase ahorita que se grabe y les mando ese documento para que ustedes lo puedan contestar con sus ejemplos. Aquí son algunas partes de lo que íbamos a hacer. El documento de Word va a tener parte por parte para que ustedes vean la conversación completa. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in the next class.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, miss.